Poesia, poetry, Greek meaning poesia. I create, yo creo, conveying love, at times some anger, lyrical yet magical methods of manifestations. I love it. A way of remembering, holding on to memory, preservation is called poetry. Predating literacy in many languages, 9 elements of poetry, alliteration, assonance, consonance, figurative language, poetry. I love the imagery. Rhyme with me, feeling the rhythm, sometimes bongos, but today cover me. I'm going in with drums and violins. I'm Dr. Poetry, I dancer while I write a stanza, choosing wisely my tone, bailando el son, escuchando la clave. Poetry, feeling the recentering rapidly to the movement of my pen as I express my thoughts through poem. What many refer to poetry, but was Latin really derived from the Romans? Negative, it's from the Phoenicians. Latin realmente no derivó de los romanos. After all, aren't we all hermanas y hermanos? Honest to all languages as we keep creating. We may all be speaking, but are we really communicating? I see you over there playing investigator all in my hair, pero yo no me ha muerto para que me estén velando. Entiendo lo que estoy falando, mi filia. Fica con calma, nene. No fica así, no. No fica con rabia, no. No one is shaming you for speaking different languages that connect us all. There's always truth in the lie, and I choose to rely on my frequency. But for me, it's the ability to express my thoughts in several languages. After all, the point of it all is to connect and not disconnect. Protection for the connection. Embrace my affection. In poetica dieri, soy doctora poesía, soy la doctora poesial. ¿A qué aconteció como lengua latina? Ella es extinta. What happened to the Latin language? Is it extinct? Is it dead? Está muerto. Que un mergulano inició de latín. ¿El donde veo? ¿De donde vino? Phoenician derived, said the Romanos. So they added CIC to create a romantic language of French, Romanian, Spanish, and Portuguese. There's always truth in a lie, and I choose to rely on my frequency to embrace all dialects, accents that beautifully remind us of our diversified ancestry. Poesia sounds like a lot, right? I love it. Speaking Latin, Portuguese, and Spanish, but where did it come from? Phoenician. No one is shaming you for speaking different languages. Ninguém tá falando mentira, meu filho. Fica com calma, neném. Da mão não fica assim, não. There's always truth in the lie, and I choose to rely on my frequency. Frequency. Ninguém me está abordando você por falar diferente. A linguagem que nos conecta a todos. Yo amo poesía con toda mi alma. Poesía. Feel free to hate on me. I'm Dr. Poetry, and I love poetry.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Granny, what's going on, Granny? My poetry. Here we are, poetry, y'all. Here we are. Another Saturday.
Right.
We got some stuff. We got I can't wait to get started. What y'all want to talk about today? We're gonna see whatever we want to see, right? What you got, Daph?
I think we're gonna go around the room. I want to hear. I want to go back. I want to hear some. I want to hear some pieces that we all shared, that we all had. I want to dive into, a little bit of everybody's pieces. Let me see. I want to go through. I have a couple pieces. I want to go over, and I want to check out. I want to go back. I want to touch bases on some of y'all's, and I'm just excited to be back. Happy Saturday, y'all.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm just excited. It's Saturday. We here. We here again. We made it. And how y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on, Granny? How you been?
Hey, just trying to push through these weather changes, and when kids go to school, they pick up everything and bring it home to us, so you can hear a little rasp in my voice, maybe a cough or two, because sunshine got me. So, but I'm here, and this is my happy place. So, what better place to be to get yourself up and energized again? Being happy.
You think it's the weather change? You think it's the weather change right now?
Oh yeah. Well, in Los Angeles right now, we had some hot days, and then we're right back to cold days. Right now, it's like a mid-range weather. It's kind of weird. We even had some rain, so it's just doing some weird stuff, and all that up and down, up and down, up and down just hits you. And there's some kind of virus going around right now, hitting like a lot of kids.
And
Yeah.
And of course, the kids bring it home to parents.
yeah, because they go to school, they be touching everything, probably don't wash their
Yeah.
hands. The kids their hands be everywhere, and like you said, the weather too. Like if it's cold in the morning, and then like it's hot in the afternoon. Bless you.
I
Right.
hope she feels better.
Yeah.
Really, I hope you feel better, honey.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You know, they say laughter and happiness is a cure for a lot of things. So where else do I want to be on my Saturday but in my happy place? Let's
Man, I
go.
know that's right.
Absolutely. And to all those kids that are bringing the little cooties to the moms,
Yeah.
you know, feel better. Shout out to Miss Cheesecake also. I
Yes.
know the
hit
angels
her.
were feeling well as well. So hope she feels better and the kiddos feel better. We miss you, Miss Cheesecake. We'll see you next week. Well, we won't.
Right.
We'll see you on Monday because Poetic Clinic.
Oh yeah.
But
Politically.
And all the
That's right.
viewers, welcome back. We made it to episode 4, season 2. Hear Me Out Poetry. You know, you guys already know at this point where to find us. HearMeOutPoetry.com. And how to contact us at HearMeOutPoetry7 at email 787-401-9965. Please reach out. We would love to hear y'all feedback. We would love to hear poetry, any spoken word, any pieces you guys might want to share, any guests as well. You guys may be interested. Reach out and contact us.
That's right.
Shout out to Birdhouse family, DJ Chili Chill, and also his new show that just
Oh yeah.
started up this week, the DJ Chili Chill Show. If y'all haven't checked that out, please go check that out because it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
So much fun.
Steph, can we show the viewers their well, I love to show their viewers the intro to the Birdhouse. I love that. It's their promo. Make sure I had so much fun and I was laughing. Shout out to Nettles and DJ Chill.
Shout out to
He is a
as well.
dope DJ. Dope DJ. I love what he did.
I can't wait. I can't wait to catch the next show. And if you guys haven't checked it out yet, we're gonna bring up the promo and the trailer right now. Check this out, y'all.
Dope.
Tune in, powered by DJ Chip and the Birdhouse DJs. Featuring Birdhouse artists such as Candyman Raw, Rican Worldwide, and Silhouettes. Follow the Birdhouse on Clubhouse and online. Or y'all follow at the Birdhouse website.
Chili chill on the grill, come do what you do. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, who's next to the queue? We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. Chili chill on the grill, come do what you do. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, who's next to the queue? We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. That's your boy Bone, chillin' with the Bird Gang, and your boy Chili Chill do the damn thing. You can rap, make beats, you can even sing, you can do it all right here on your way to fame. Don't let nobody tell you different. Never give up on your dreams, know that you gifted. You are what the game's missing. Bring everybody in here, come take a listen. The Birdhouse is on a mission. Good vibes only, so chill with the sneak dissing. If you independent, throw it up. Chili chill, keep it real, that's what's up. Northwest, east to south. We all doing big in the Birdhouse. Chili chill on the grill, come do what you do. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, who's next to the queue? We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. Chili chill on the grill, come do what you do. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, who's next to the queue? We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'. We wildin' in the Birdhouse, yo, we always wildin'.
What a bird game. You know we always keeping you lit in the Birdhouse.
Yep.
Shout out to them. Shout out to
Wilding
DJ.
in the Birdhouse.
And I want to make it abundantly and categorically clear. Nettles Owens, okay? Nettles Owens. 'Cause
Owens.
We, have a,
We got
have
it.
a Yes, we have a nice edit promo for him because his name, it means a lot. So let's just put that last name and
Right.
we'll be there next week. But
That's
shout out
right.
to y'all. And shout out to the Birdhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. All right. So what you got, Def? Because
Well,
Def is in command today. Let's go.
I mean, today I really wanted to go over some pieces. I know we have some that we played in prior shows, prior episodes, but I can't. At the end of the day, I feel like everything that we have and that we continue to make, it's not worth just playing one time.
Right.
I love the fact that we have these and we can share these, and be able to go back towards them as well. You know, for one, I got to give you guys all your flowers. Especially yourself, Granny, Dr. Poetry, Granny, Miss Cheesecake. You guys are really talented. Y'all really speak from y'all soul, and I appreciate the transparency behind the way y'all write. It's original, and it inspires me too, just to continue to write, and it makes me better. So I have to not congratulate y'all, but really give y'all your flowers.
I appreciate
You
it.
guys are
Yeah.
really good.
We appreciate you.
For
We got to
sure.
give you your flowers too, though. We have to give you your flowers too. We have to.
Well, being a man coming in here and doing this kind of stuff,
That's
you're
right.
opening doors for other men to do the same.
I
Absolutely.
love that. That's very
Yeah.
true.
I think being able to express yourself, I think it shouldn't. I don't know if it does or if it doesn't, but if anybody is reluctant or not really sure if they able to do that or they want to do that, it's not a sign of any type of weakness or anything. I think being able to express yourself is a really big strength. Now, I think it plays a couple roles though, being able to express yourself and then you seeing that individual and how they move and how they walk and their I think consistency is key with everything we do, right?
Right.
So I think everybody's poetry is a reflection of their consistency and who they are as individuals. So that's why I really appreciate it the most. The first one that I really wanted to get into that I really it be stuck in my head is the sundress. It's the piece you did with Miss Cheesecake.
Hey, shout out to Miss Cheesecake.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I really love the instrumental and the beat that y'all used behind it, and I love that y'all had fun on there. Y'all really, it was coming into the spring, coming into the summer, and y'all made that right on time.
Right.
I feel like it don't get enough plays. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that it's not being played, but it don't get enough. And the reason why I want to bring this one up and play it is because this should be on everybody's top of the playlist. Just because when I hear this is energy. You guys are literally. It felt like y'all was right next to each other making this. And I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, she did a great job. Cheesecake did her thing with this too. I love it. The Sade of poetry, Miss Cheesecake, boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
And even with Miss Cheesecake, I love the fact that Miss Cheesecake. I love that name, and you see how people respond to it. I love people's responses to it.
My favorite dessert.
That right there. That's so catchy, and shout out to that. Shout out to her, and I love that. I just love seeing, the creativity. I don't know. I love it. You know what I mean? Real talk.
And I love how she
Snaps out to that.
Right? And I love how she when she says some of the things about Borinquen and Puerto Rico, she goes right into it.
Right.
Her soothing voice when she says the coquis and and Borinquen. She says Puerto Rico, better known as Borinquen. Like I love that about Miss Cheesecake. Like she listens and she speaks. She doesn't create anything she doesn't.
Right.
She really.
Yeah, same way. Yeah.
Love it. I love it. Yes.
Those are the
So,
best pieces. If you create something you're not feeling and you're just writing, it kind of.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that's not good, but the vibe and the feel of it when they're saying it kind of like falls into flat. But if
Yeah,
you
Lily.
feel it and
You
you
feel
put your
it.
passion
Yeah.
in, you can definitely hear it in the
Yep.
pieces. So yeah, Miss Cheesecake is really good at that.
Miss
Yeah.
Cheesecake did her thing, but don't forget about you too, because you really did your thing on that too, catching that rhythm and that melody. Like
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I love to be creative when I'm writing, and like when I heard that from you too, I was like, dang, yo, because the way you just rolled that and you created that melody and that flow, and then still, your wordplay, you killed it. You did a great job on that. Like this whole
Thank
track,
you.
yeah, for real. Don't forget about patting yourself, because this is a jam. This is my jam. This is my jam.
Let's
All right,
go,
so
you.
we're gonna get into it. Let's go. Let's check this out, y'all.
I'm ready to dance.
Cheesecake. Make sure you give her a call. Okay. You have your passport. Even though you don't need it, but just in case. You got your summer dress? Alright, let's go. Una mujer vestida de amarillo. Bailando en la playa, sintiéndome en el brillo. Borinquen me llama y el sol brilla fuerte. Mojitos, margaritas, todo lo que se siente. Soy la linda señorita, flores en el cabello, sacudiendo malas vibras, dejando el desvelo. Dejo atrás el trabajo, un descanso merecido. De este paraíso, mi espíritu renacido. Bailo el ritmo del mar, mis caderas se mueven, la poesía está en mi alma, está en mi alma, en mi alma. Mis penas se disuelven, el viento acaricia, el sol me abraza y cada paso que doy, esa energía se desplaza. Because I'm the pretty señorita with flowers on my head.
Hey, it's Dr. Poetry. I'm packed and ready to go, delighted for the sun to kiss me with its continuous overflow. I'm on my way to Puerto Rico, better yet the island of Borinquen. Margaritas, beautiful beaches, sunlight, watching the beautiful sunset, wind blowing in between my thighs, this beautiful summer sundress, digging my toes in the sand, dancing, having the most fun, completely free. I'm on my way, girlie, to see the beautiful palm trees and listening to the sound of the coquilles. Oh, I can't wait to feel the breeze against my skin, dancing freely with no regrets in this beautiful summer sundress. I'm Miss Cheesecake, and I'm with Dr. Poetry. Wow.
Vestido amarillo, bailando en la playa, sintiéndome en el brillo. Borinquen me llama, el sol brilla fuerte, mojitos y margaritas. Todo lo que se siente, se siente.
Oh, you spin the back for me because I was ready to go back into
I
it.
know. I was like rewind.
I feel like going to a club right now.
It's such a light. It's like a sundress, light and flowy and just fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Y'all did good. Y'all did great on that.
Makes me want to have a margarita.
That's poetry. That's poetry right there. Y'all was able to, y'all mixed in the singing with some good
And
poetry.
I love her. I can't even do that at the end. She goes, poetry. I can't do that. I could do that, but that's a different, she does it.
Yeah, she has her own sound for sure.
But you know what I want to hear? Can I play? Can I ask for something, please?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
What's on the list? What you want?
I definitely, I said this to Granny already. I know you're tired of hearing this, Granny, but I love the anthem of autism.
Same.
First of all, I'm listening to the message, which is profound. Okay. It's literally inspiring every parent, every child, anyone who's autistic to put aside all those, disparaging comments and embrace who you are and
Right.
enjoy who you are, and not sit in the, the misery that they want us to sit in. Okay. And she owns it. She's standing on it. She's saying, I'm autistic. And what happened? And I'm actually not so much autistic, I'm artistic. I am like profound right here. So when I hear that, the message is so loud and clear, and the beat,
Yeah.
that pom pom pom, can we please hear that? Besides, it has one of my favorite co-hosts. It has Sunshine in debuted.
Oh yeah.
So I love that. Can we hear the official?
That's my jam. Let's
Step in
go.
my world. Let's go, y'all.
I'll
I
bring
love
that up.
that. I love it. I love it. I love
Step
it.
in my world.
Step in my world. Yes,
Step
I
in my
love
world.
that. Mm-hmm.
It's my part, yeah, let me shine. Ain't no cure needed, I'm doing just fine. Perfectly limitless, can't box me in. Not a puzzle piece, never needed to fit in. Infinite vibes, infinite ways. Unapologetic, I don't need to be swayed. I was born to stand out, never fade. So why you trying to fit me in a world you made? I'm a dopest, it's realistic. Don't skies, I'm autistic. See me driving, yeah, you wishing, but I can move with no permission. Y'all reach for me, but I set the tone in my own world. Still hold my throne. See you worry, yeah, you jealous, low key. Wishing you could move as slick as me. I ain't gotta fit, I make my space. Rewrite the rules out on my pace. See the world in a whole new light. Different don't mean wrong, it just mean right. Step in my world, open your mind. Limitless vision, one of a kind. Ain't no shame, just let me be. Unapologetically autistic, fully me. Hear me. Step in my world, open your mind. So step in my world, open your mind. Limitless vision, one of a kind. Ain't no shame, just let me be. Unapologetically autistic, fully me. Fully me. It's realistic, no disguise. I'm autistic, see me thriving. Yeah, you wishing, but I move with no permission. So step in my
But I move with no permission. I love that part right there. Oh my God. I love that. Wishing you could be as good as me. And then Sunshine, his energy in there. He's like, oh my God, Granny is muted, but wait, you're muted. No, that to me, I'm amped up. I'm amped up. I'm in the back like dun, 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 dun.
I love that. That's my jam, Granny.
I'm telling you.
I appreciate it because can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it because if you could tell, every single lyric in that whole piece is me telling people what they've been telling me for years that, hey, no, don't talk about that. You just like, and I'm like, no, I'm me. I'm unapologetically autistic, fully me.
Yes.
Like,
That's right.
you know, so, and I figured I know the type of autism songs that are out there, and they're very melancholy, very melodic, and you know, and it's just a whole lot of the parents like, he'll never grow up to be this or that. Who cares? Let him be who he is.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never actually, now that you say that, I haven't heard anything with this energy or at all
There's
ever.
only one song that's kind of close, and he kind of says the same, not the exact same message as me, but he said his song is actually autistic, and it's a gentleman, and I have him on my IG page. So if you guys go follow my IG page out there, audience, which is WOWZERS FM 106, follow the IG page and just scroll through my videos because when Autism Month, I find autistic artists and I use them to be a part of, you know, whatever I'm displaying. But that song I play every single year, and he curses in it, which I don't like to curse, but that's him. That's his style, and he's basically telling people he's tired of other people telling him how he should be, and on top of it, which I kind of am too, is we're tired of the ones claiming autism and they're not.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, they use it as an excuse for their behavior. When they're just really a bad behavior, you know, just own it. But, you know, so yeah, he's the only other one that I've seen that really got like into it. Everybody else is like, even the rappers that rap about autism, it's still something in there like he'll never, or she'll never. I'm like, screw that.
Yeah.
I am doing. I've been doing, and my son will do. We don't know. Limitless possibilities. There's no limits.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like tapping in, you know, like even with your son, I'm sure he's brilliant, and and I'm sure that it's just, I think it's just like with everyone too, just being exposed to different things and seeing what you find interesting. I think whether you can verbalize it or not, you still have feelings.
Right. And they do hear you. That's something that I really stress to a lot of parents. I've been around parents that were talking really negative, you know, I'm so tired of this, or I'm so tired of that. Those kids hear you. They hear you and they understand to a certain level. Do they fully understand what you're talking about? No, because they're not in that hateful mindset or that frustrated mindset. So they don't understand to the full degree, but they hear enough to know that mommy or daddy or caretaker doesn't really, they wish I was normal because they don't like this part about me and I can't change it. And celebrating it. And I've had that song, I shared it on an Autism Moms group, and I actually had mothers in there saying, shame on me for trying to make autism look like it's something to celebrate. And that's what it is. And they're like, but it's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't celebrate it. I'm still changing diapers. And so am I. I change diapers, I clean nose, I have to dress him, I have to bathe him, you know, but that doesn't mean I'm not celebrating. My son looked at me and said, Mommy. And usually I get mom. When he said mommy and looked right at me, I was ecstatic. So
exactly. You know, some folks are gonna resonate in the lower self. Right. You know, you resonate on your higher self. You are celebrating your strengths, not the weaknesses. Right. Exactly. So with everything, there's a duality of things. We understand it's not a you know, walk in the park. We understand it is challenging. Yet you choose to focus on the beauty of it. Exactly. Because even pain is beauty. Exactly. When we have pain, sometimes there's a reminder that we're alive.
Yes.
You know, we're living. And I'm not saying that nobody wants to live with pain. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sometimes I rather, and I say this because of fibromyalgia, you know, the day that I feel like I have no feeling, no nothing, then what am I? You know, so if life throws you lemons, you're making lemonade. You're not only making lemonade, but you're distributing this lemonade to everybody else who's kind of sour, pun intended. You know,
Right.
let's
Right.
let's 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 just celebrate what we have because we're still alive. Sunshine's still alive. You're still here. That's what you're doing, and I
And I
love
had
that.
a choice. I had a choice to have him or not. I was 6.5, almost 7 months pregnant when they did the amnio fluid testing. And they told me from then that he was going to have a lot of challenges. So I knew before I gave birth to him. This was no surprise to me out of nowhere when he got his diagnosis. I already knew something was coming. I had that choice to have my child and love him as he was coming to me or not. I chose to. You don't have to, but something I tell a lot of parents too is, you know, if you want your child to hit their highest levels, it really is on how you vibe around them, your energy and all that stuff
That's
around
right.
them. If you give them negative energy, you're gonna get a child who's not trying.
Transferable.
They,
It's
they don't want to try.
transferable. It
I
is
got this little
transferable.
boy who's considered severe, sitting on the toilet. Does he do it all the time? No, but that was a huge win, you
Yeah.
know. And that's a lot of things that parents struggle with too, is not wanting to do all of that extra caring. But you know, that's
And I,
why this anthem song was needed to pump
I love
people
it.
up, and autistic people too, for them to feel good and be like, yes, I'm autistic, and screw what you think. It's just me,
Snaps
unapologetic.
out to you. Snaps out
you
to
know,
you. Snaps out to you because we all know that this right here, no one, I feel like no one else could have delivered it like the way you did. Because I see the passion, I hear it, the love you have to bring awareness. And that to me, I salute you. I salute Granny because
I
that takes
appreciate
a lot,
that.
for real. A lot of love for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that big time. That does make me feel good. And I like the feedback I've gotten from it. Most of it's been pretty positive. Some of it has been, you know, what it is what it is.
Well,
you get the feedback. You get the feedback from it sometimes it be your own community, like not your own community,
Yes.
but you know, which it's just pushback. But what is cool about it, and what I do see that's amazing and really special is that you bring in a light to a different perspective on people that don't experience it. They're not
Right.
living, and you making it fun too, and you changing a lot of perspectives in people, without even realizing it or not, because uh, there's people that don't know maybe how to deal with somebody with autism or have approached it differently in the past. And even with this piece right here, it gives them a different perspective. They're able to look at it and maybe confront and interact with someone a little bit differently and have some more compassion or just understanding,
Right.
you know.
That's one of my goals too. And I'm not trying to stay on the subject too long, but that is one of my goals, is to change people's perspectives and minds. People think autism, they think Rain Man, they think or
yeah,
the severe end, like my son. You know, that's what they picture. They don't picture me.
they don't think so functional.
Yeah,
Like
they
you're
don't picture
functioning.
me. And there's so many celebrities that are autistic, like diagnosed autistic, um, and people. NASA is full of them. I always tell a lot of people, NASA is packed full of autistic people. If you go
Right.
there, because they're hyper focusing on what they're doing, and it makes them amazing at their job. But people don't think about that. They just think these are super nerds over here. No, they're not just super nerds. They're hyper focusing, and that's why they can make these amazing things and go to all these crazy places, because they're autistic and they're hyper focusing.
Wow.
Now, not everybody gets that. That, like, my son has intellectual disabilities as well. So he, even though to me he's highly intelligent, and he does amazing things, there are some like him too that have extra challenges intellectually, and they can only go so far.
But
And that's
just like,
fine.
but,
But with
but just
maturity, you change too.
but just like you said, he went from mama to mommy.
Yeah.
So like it's like
That part.
It's like as you get older, from when you're younger to when you're older, it's like eating habits. It's like your palate changes. Also, when you're younger, you might not like certain vegetables or certain
Right.
foods, but as you get older, your palate changes. You're able to eat different things. I think it's in a, I'm kind of referencing that because there's a lot of things that he might not be able to do now, but surprisingly, might is going to pick it up. But that's because of all the effort and the work that you put in,
Right.
and it pays off because he's present. He's paying attention. He's learning.
Yeah.
It's just at his own pace.
Yeah, and there is a lot of regression that comes to play, which a lot of people have issues with, is the regression. And regression is just where they had it, they mastered it, and then a little bit of time goes on and it's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of like the regression part. And Sunshine definitely does regression like a lot.
Yeah.
And you gotta excuse Blue over there. He's having a party by himself. But
That's all right. Sunshine.
but and it's just, again, you got to celebrate all the little ones. When he learned how to say "mommy" instead of "mama, mama," like he's been saying since he was little, since his first words came out, and he said "mommy," now he looks at me. He'll stop. He'll get in my face and do this and go "mommy," and he knows he's doing something that makes me happy, and then he gets happy and he goes "ha ha ha" and walks away super happy. So that's how you're changing them.
Yeah.
There's an impact. Yeah, I love that. And plus he's growing up with love. Like he knows what love is because he sees mommy giving
He's
him that
very
love.
affectionate. A lot of people don't. They always like, he'll never hug me or she'll never hug me. She's not affectionate. She don't want me touching him. That's because of your energy.
Yeah.
I can't sugarcoat it. It's your energy. The energy you're giving off towards your child. Of course, who wants to hug somebody that doesn't really want them?
Sure.
That's a fact.
My son hugs me. He gets me and wants it. He goes like this, like he wants his hug. And when we're laying down, he has to have my hand on his back.
I saw that in the video. I was about to tell you that, Granny. I thought that was so beautiful. In the video, you see the hands, and I was like, oh my God, because I actually thought about that. I'm like, I happen to hear a lot of parents who have children who are autistic, they speak on that. And I said to myself, man, if I had a child that was autistic, I don't know what I'll do because I want to touch my son. I want to love him. I want to, my daughter.
He does it.
So there would be that you have to pour in so that's reciprocated. Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, my son is very affectionate. He loves to be loved. He loves hugs. Does he want it all the time? No. He's more of a quick squeeze and all right, I'm done, Mom. Typical kid stuff. Kids don't really want their parents touching on them.
Right. Yeah.
But he is very affectionate. He's affectionate towards his teachers and his classmates. To the bad little cat that's running around making all this noise right now, Blue. Even most autistic children don't know how to be careful and gentle. My son is so gentle. Even though this cat is an attack artist, he still will go real slow and like barely touch and pet. And with newborn babies, he recognizes that they're a little baby. So he's not like, he don't walk by them and shove them or try to like push them away. He's like, and he gets a pleasure out of it. He's like, and then he's gone, so that's because I poured that into him. I made him feel love and want to show love and gentleness towards other things, other creatures and people. And that's just the norm. Some of these kids, you hear they'll choke the crap out of an animal and, all that. My son doesn't do that because I never showed him that.
Wow.
I never gave him that anger. I never gave him all of that stuff. Does he lose his mind every now and then? Of course he does, just like every other kid. He destroyed a whole closet in my kitchen. And then when he calmed down, you could see he felt bad. So they're there. They're parents.
Remorse.
They're in there. They hear and they understand your energy and the way you feel about them. So change how you are around them. Clear your mind and your energy when you go around your child and just love them for who they are and what they can give you. And you'll be surprised.
Yeah, they're sponges. They pick everything up too.
Yeah.
Without even us realizing.
I mean, his progress is a reflection, a direct reflection of your hard work, of the love you pour into him. So it's clear that his success is a reflection of your hard work, like what you poured into him, and that should wake up if anyone's watching this. To me, Granny is definitely a hell of a mom, and imagine just having an autistic child that with challenges. She does this all the time, pours her heart to her son.
24/7.
Yeah, yeah, and that's love, y'all. That's love. So yeah, hug your child, man. Y'all making me want to cry right now.
Before we get into the next request too, for the viewers, I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys a quick trailer in case y'all haven't checked it out. It's for the Poetic Clinic,
Hey,
and that's on every Monday. Every Monday, right, guys? Every Monday.
that's
Yeah,
right.
every Monday.
I want to show you guys real quick. Check this out.
With Granny Wowzers and Miss Cheesecake.
That's
Cheesecake
right.
and Granny Wowzers.
When my mind gets weary and my eyes get teary, I open my heart and bare my soul. The poetry begins to unfold. As I write or as I type, I capture the rhythm of my life. Happy moments but also pain and strife. Poetry is my water, it's my life. Healing to my soul through joy and strife. Absolute beauty unfolds, carrying me into stories untold. It's my life, it's my soul. Poetry. Each word a drop, each line a stream, flowing through my hopes and dreams. The healing power takes control, bringing peace to my weary soul.
I love that. And that was written by Miss Cheesecake and performed by Granny Wowzers.
And if y'all want to check out, I believe we have that. There's a whole audio for that, right? Isn't there a whole?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that on? Was that on all platforms as well?
I don't remember it being on all platforms yet, but I know there's a whole audio to it, and I've been requested to have it, so we'll see.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. Everybody, look for it. Just keep, stand by because it's gonna be out there.
Can't wait. This is beautiful.
I
You did
love
your
it.
thing on that. She did.
Thank you.
That's a Granny Wowzers.
Vibe too. That's a vibe. I love that one. That's my jam.
When that song comes out, when I'm watching it at home and I'm like listening to it, I'm singing "Bless You." I'm in there. Poetry, so good.
Yeah, for real. It's catchy. I love it. I love that. That's the perfect intro too. That's a perfect song for Poetic Clinic.
Yeah, Miss Cheesecake really did her thing with her writing. That writing was up par. Like, it was so good. And it made it easy to sing because she wrote it so well.
Who wrote it? Did she write it and give you the melody for that, or?
No, she just wrote it and sent it to me. And I heard when I kept
She
reading
wrote it
I kept
and you
hearing,
composed it. Oh
Yeah.
my God. That's beautiful.
that's kind of like my thing too. Like sometimes I'll hear it and I hear it playing. I read it and I'm like, okay, I can hear the song and the thing to it, and then I'll keep playing with my apps and everything that I have till I get the sound I want. And that one was easy. I think I did that the same day she gave it to me. Like, it was so easy.
Yeah, no, you were fast.
Yeah.
You were fast. That's some artistry right there. Like, you just like, boom. I have it.
I read it and I heard it.
I remember that. I loved it. I love it. You got I love it. That was good. What we got, Def? What we got? Whose turn? My turn? Again?
I believe so now. I believe so.
It's my turn again? Oh,
I have one.
okay, I'll go.
What we got?
I like walking down the aisle. I was walking down the aisle.
Hey.
That was one of my favorite ones because I so resonate with it. And I'm like, the whole time I was saying to run, girl, run, run.
For the viewers, if you're June is approaching, wedding season's coming.
Oh yeah.
Is that wedding season? Is June wedding season? Is that what
May,
that is?
June.
Yes.
Yeah, May and June are wedding season.
Wedding season. So
Okay.
we're in the wedding season. Don't be a bridezilla, but most of all, don't be a runaway bride. and if you're gonna run away because you have to run away like I did.
Yeah.
But I walked down the aisle, and it was never too late to run away. So just listen to that part. It's never too late.
And don't
Get
feel
out
bad
if you have to get out.
Do not feel bad.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Ready,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
As I walked down the aisle, have you ever seen a woman break down? It felt unreal. I was walking down the aisle. I was walking down the aisle. They were all looking at me. During my walk, I thought about Jesus Christ. Is it right? Is this real? Am I a sinner in hell? I thought about Jesus again. The dress was fitted. The flowers were given. The smile wasn't rehearsed, yet prepared. Yes, indeed, I was scared. I was walking down the aisle. Quarrels seconds before the ceremony. I was walking down the aisle. And I thought of Christ again. Feeling his warmth, lifting my low spirits way up high. An angel appeared in the corner of the room, and the sound of his wings opening came from the chapel. Cause I was walking down the aisle. I was walking down the aisle. Pictures were taken, nerves were shaken. Was I misunderstood? Would've, should've, only if I could. I would have been valiant that morning and refused to walk down the aisle. I felt like a runaway. It almost felt like the Green Mile. When I was walking down the aisle, I wanted to take off and fly away, cause I didn't want to walk down that aisle. It was the perfect time to fly away that day. And I was walking down the aisle. My heart was brand new, no stains. He was the first to grab a chisel. I feel that sharp tool chipping away. Chip away. Dressed in white meant my heart was pure. And it was new, but I was walking down the aisle. He swept me away. I was walking down the aisle. I'm on the day I learned the truth. One cannot question the walk down the aisle. Today's the perfect day to learn how to fly away. Separation keeps memories within, but peace every other mile. Cause I was walking down the aisle, and I didn't really want to walk down that aisle. In my core, I knew something wasn't right. Everything seemed perfect, but I was walking down the aisle. Is it right? Is this real? Am I a sinner in hell? I couldn't stop thinking about Jesus. But the dress was fitted, and the flowers were given. The smile wasn't rehearsed, but I was prepared. But I was scared. I'm Dr. Poetry.
Oh yeah.
I thought Granny was crying. Granny, I saw the tissue. I said, Granny, are you crying?
No, I'm just battling the sickness, but I love that piece. I love how you're all like, when you take off at the end. I don't know. The video helps it a lot too, because the video really makes it come through, so you can visually see the dress was fitted.
Right.
It was just
the
like
smile was rehearsed. The smile was rehearsed, and they all look upset, right? They're like, with the wedding dress. But I was walking down the aisle. Hey,
yeah,
That's a dope experience. That's a dope expression.
It really is.
It felt like the Green Mile.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, because it's like you're going down.
Did you literally run down the aisle, or like run like I'm trying to like did
He's
you
trying
just
to
like
get
run out, or did you
You
guys
trying
like
to
run?
get me to tell you the story?
Not too much, not too much. I don't want to get too in
I just
detail. But
all
like
I would say
that
on
part,
that,
did you run out? Did you run out the?
you gotta wait till I'm much older for I can give you the behind the poetry. No, but the reality is that discernment. Never forget your discernment.
Good one.
I was young. I was like I said, my heart was pure. I talk about the heart being chipped away, chip away. I I didn't say no while I was there in the altar, but in my soul and my heart, right when I was there, I knew it was wrong. I knew
Right.
something was wrong. I was like, something's off. And I
Yeah.
couldn't put my finger on it. But I have to, and this is why I always go with my intuition. It doesn't, I always say my frequency. You know what I mean? I say that all the time. You hear it in my poetry. You know, there's always truth in the lie, and I refute, you know,
Right. I have heard
depend on
that.
my frequency. I say that because it's been long, it's been a long, many moons ago where I started to depend on my intuition. And my intuition told me that I was walking down the aisle, but I should have run away. And that's why
Yeah.
I wrote that. Yeah,
And
that's what that's about. Yeah.
that's a big reason why I love that piece too, because I like I said, I resonate with it. So I felt that same feeling. Like as I was walking down the aisle to marry my ex-husband, I kept visualizing myself running out the door.
Right.
And there's a video clip that I gave to my daughters. There's like a whole video of everything. And they were asking me, are you ready? And I said, no, but we're doing this. You know, and I was so nervous. You can see me shaking in there in the video. Like I didn't want to do it. I kept feeling something was not right. I was being lied to, not by him, but by the entire, because you got to remember, I was married off. I didn't really pick my husband. He was kind of picked for me. And I was just pushed to go that way. So your piece takes me right back there. And I'm just like, I want to go. I want to tell my younger self, run. It's
Yes.
not too late. Run. You know, and I probably would have had a better life.
Well, you know, sometimes, and that's just it, Granny. Like I have to say, like I feel like that had to happen. I know it sounds terrible to say so,
No.
but I had to get there to get where I'm at now.
Yes. And
And I like where I'm at now. I like me where I'm at now.
Right.
I love me. Did I want to go through all the stuff I went through? Not necessarily, but I lived and I learned, and I had to learn that there was lessons there immediately.
Right.
Did I, you know, so yeah, I mean, even when you say when you were so nervous, you know, I've been nervous before, but it's excitement. But there's a
Yeah,
difference between
this
being
wasn't
excited
nervous.
and anxiety. If you
Right.
have anxiety, then you're not, because anxiety is when we're nervous about the future.
Well,
So
anytime you visualize yourself running out the door, that's already
it's not excitement.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. So that's the stuff we have to listen to. That's a message for all those that are out there engaged. I wish you the best. Congratulations. But listen to yourself. It's never too late. Never too late. All right. There's always a lesson in poetry, y'all. There's always a lesson. Always a
And if
lesson.
I feel those signs early on, don't even get to that point to where you gotta,
Yeah.
you know,
You don't have to be married, people. You don't have to get married.
Sorry, there's just emergency alerts all over the island right now. Flood situations going on.
Oh,
And
wow.
I don't know if by any chance it's pouring back here. I don't know if you guys hear it, but it's like we're almost in hurricane season. Coming soon, the poem about Hurricane Maria.
Prayers to all the families, and
Like,
you know, the safety for everybody. It has been raining heavy last week and a half out there. A lot of floods out there. So prayers for the safety. And
wow.
And they make it so serious right now. Look, emergency alert, National Weather Service. A flash flood warning is in effect in this area until 5 a.m. This is a
Oh yeah, I
dangerous,
love those.
life-threatening situation.
I knew exactly which one you got because we get them here too, and because I'm on.
Flash cards, right?
Yeah, are you on a hillside at least? Are you like on an incline, or are you at the bottom?
I'm actually in the middle. I'm not far from the rainforest.
Oh,
I'm right here. Yeah, I'm very close to the rainforest. We get a lot of rain regardless, but yeah, when it's been raining a whole lot, I'm telling you, I see all the ribbits out there. They're like ribbit, ribbit.
yeah,
They're
like
all outside
water.
because they're out there in the rain. They love the rain. I feel like they're out there dancing and singing poetry too.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
They're like, Dr. Poetry's on. Let's go.
Right.
And the cookies are dancing. All right, what do we got, Deb? What's going on? Don't let me and Granny could keep talking. We could have a party by
Right.
ourselves.
Hey, I learned that real quick.
And don't get cheesecake on here. We'll just be
For real.
All right,
just
Jeff.
down out.
Only guy on the show.
I want to hear one of Granny's pieces. I want to hear a poem she did on I miss you, mama.
Ooh, yes. Oh, you're gonna make me. Oh, okay. Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm ready. I'm a gangster. I got this. This is hard. Oh man, that's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and it always gets me, Granny. It always gets me. Yeah.
It does me
Let's see.
too.
I'm sure.
It takes me right back to that mindset.
You just finished celebrating the year, right? So is it 2 years? 2 years.
2 years,
Wow.
April 26th. Yeah, and
Wow.
I'll never forget because the day we bought my minivan was the day after she passed.
Oh wow.
So I have all the paperwork and everything to remind me. So yeah.
So she okay.
No, go ahead, y'all. All right.
No, I was gonna say, so how old was she when she passed?
She was 64.
Pretty young still. That's young.
Yeah.
That's still young.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
74. I made her younger. She would love that. 74.
74.
Oh, my bad.
Well,
But
I know your mama, and I said to you that I know many people tell you these things, and it would never replace, right? But
right.
I feel in my soul that we all know, and viewers we love Granny. I don't know you love them. You love her too. I know your mom is super proud of you. That I could say, super proud of you. And I bet every time you hear Sunshine laugh, it's like you could feel her spirit. So
Oh yeah. And she definitely leaves notes. The night she passed, my phone doesn't have automatic music playlists. And the night she passed, my phone went off at about 3 something in the morning. I have like a screenshot I saved in my photos folders, and it played A Mother's Love. Just randomly popped on A Mother's Love, and it just I sat there and she's gone, and I knew it. It was like she was telling me goodbye, that I love you, and goodbye, and I knew she was gone. And sure enough, like after the song stopped playing, my brother called me and said, "Hey sis, are you awake?" And I was like, "I already know." And he goes, "Who told you?" And I'm like, "I felt it." And he goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay."
oh my God.
Yeah. And there's a lot of other little things that go on, and I just say, "My mom's here." And
You can
I
feel
feel
it.
like she is, yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely,
Man, shout out to you and your mom and all the love, man. And
thank you.
she's beautiful. You look just like her. I think you have her beauty. You have her beauty. Well, let's go, Deb. Are you ready for this? Because every time we play this, it's so beautiful, but it makes like I gotta make sure I have my makeup bag here so that just you saw the eyes? Okay. I have my makeup just in case I cry. We're ready.
Is that an owl bag?
Yes, that's why I keep telling DJ
Woohoo.
Chili Chill. I'm an owl. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. I have big eyes. Look. Woo-hoo.
I'm gonna go ahead and
owl.
do this with y'all.
Ready? Oh, beautiful.
I miss you so much, Mama. It hurts in waves. All I can do is write my pain, breaking me in moments, leaving me standing still in silence. There truly is no one else like Mama. Holidays, birthdays have lost their shine. Those only live in past moments of time. Hold her in my heart. Let her love of life flow. Focus on the living, I'm told. Within my mind, words I'd love to say. While I can hear Mama laughing at my thoughts. I'm trying are the words I speak. Kindness and love is how she would be. Doing my best to keep things going. When really, I just want to be in a fetal and cry. Mama, can I call you? Can I text you? When can I see you? Hold you, hug you. Memories of you holding my face, squeezing me with your frail arms, sobbing on my shoulder. Because you knew these were the last days you would ever hold or look at your daughter's face. Yet held so much grace and made sure to fill me with hope as we parted ways. No amount of preparation could truly have anyone bearing ripping pain. Once they have left this realm for the next, time will continue to tick. Yet pain still remains. Truly, there's simply no one else like Mama.
Wow.
That's beautiful, 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 Granny. My goodness. There's so much to this. That's just so beautiful. I don't know if you guys are hearing a lot of stuff back here. Forgive me, but there's a lot going on back there. It feels like we're having a hurricane, but it's not. It's just a big storm.
Can't hear anything.
I want to say that when you say focusing on the living, I'm told that right there, when we lose someone, I feel like that's such a big disregard to the pain that we're going through.
I feel the same way.
I really, I'm learning not to speak too much when someone loses someone, because when you're so used to trying to help people and a first responder, and you always want to make people feel better, we sometimes say things that we shouldn't, like you're strong, when sometimes it's okay not to be strong. I've learned that. I actually learned that last year, in terms of it's okay to let the sadness flow, like sit in it for a minute. You have to sit with it, then release it. We talked about that. But there's something about you saying, I'm going to the words because I had to take notes, because the last time I didn't remember, so now I had to take notes. When you say no amount of reparation, wow, I understand that too. This is not a physical thing. We cannot replace this. This is a loss. First of all, it's mom.
Right.
There's no one like mom. Even if we get along with her or we don't, it's mom. Those to the viewers out there, because I know everyone's always like, well, you don't know my mother. Well, you don't know my mother. Trust me, I know.
I hear it all the time.
That was my mother. You know what I mean? I love my mama. Yet when they're no longer around, it's a different story. It's a different story. It's almost like saying, I cannot have children, and I say this, and then it's one thing to not be able to have children, but when they remove the womb, now what?
Yeah.
Now you can't have children and you don't have the organ. So if you don't have a relationship with your mom and then she's not even in this world, it's a different story. And I say that only because a lot of people are different when it comes to mother and daughter relationships. But when you have a beautiful relationship like Granny and her mom, because I hear it, and when you say that you miss her touching your hand, your face, and when she hugged you in the hugs, and you just want to be in a fetal position, that right there, the fetal position, was is so profound that we're speaking about mother and child. And so
Right.
this, I'm telling you, you are so talented, even when you're in pain. Okay, which is poetry, poetic clinic, healing. This is
Yeah.
what we do. This is why I always say I call myself Dr. Poetry, because my poetry, I use poetry to heal me. So I heal myself with my poetry. And not that I'm healed, but we continue to heal. It's a healing
Right.
process. We're never done healing, especially the loss of a mom. So another thing you said, I'm trying, is the words I speak. You said something about the like it, I'm trying is the words I speak. Is something that you said there that I kind of like
Yeah.
was
And
like,
before that is me, because there's, when you love somebody so much and you have all the family members come and they're so fake, and it's like
and we
I'm
talk.
trying. I want to. There's words I want to say, but instead I say when they're speaking to me, I want to tell them, "F you! What are you doing here? You never even cared about my mother. You treated her like garbage." I wanted to say all of this stuff, but instead I said, "I'm trying." And those are the words I say instead
I
of the words
figured
I
just
really wanted to say.
I
And
kind of that's
I could
yeah.
hear my mom laughing at me. That was all true. I heard her laughing at my thoughts in my head. Like, and she would tell me, Mijita, you need to behave. And I'm like, okay, mom. And then she's laughing. She goes, but I want to say it too. So I could hear that. And even though I really wanted to curse these people out for how evil they were to my mom all her life, making her go across the United States to get away from her own family. I really wanted to say choice words, but then they're up there crying like my sister, my sister. And I'm like, please, I saw you. I grew up watching you guys, how you treated her. So, but instead I just said, I'm trying. And I just kept it there and bit my tongue and wrote about
Grace.
it instead.
Shout out to your grace and your gracefulness. That's elegance.
It's not
Your
easy.
candles are elegant. It's not
It is.
easy, but you know what? Everything that's easy is never attractive.
Right.
So I'd rather be difficult and be elegant.
Yeah.
I don't mind being difficult. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. But shout
But
out to you. That was
I know
beautiful.
that I hit them with those words and that poem because I read that at my mom's services. Even though I couldn't be there, we did a live video feed in and I performed my piece for them and then I recorded it after. But when I tell you, not one of them were a dry eye. There wasn't a dry eye. My brother couldn't even speak. It was just really, it got to them. My words in
I,
there, and that made me feel like I don't have to say anything. You heard me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
felt that. The,
I
the
felt that.
emphasis on it, and I felt it. I felt it all, and I, I, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Yeah.
And even just the thought I've had, the thoughts of uh, reaching that day, you know, and even that, I'm just like, I don't even, it bothers me to even think of that,
Right.
uh, but I definitely felt that, and the fact that you were still able to create that, to make that piece, and man, that's uh that's very powerful, and you know, I know she would be proud,
It's so
and
appropriate. It's so
yeah,
Yeah.
appropriate, Steph, because Mother's Day is around the corner. We celebrate Mother's Day very soon.
every day,
Um,
Right.
every day.
yeah, well, I'm aware of that. I know that. I'm just saying that unfortunately, folks wait for Mother's Day to reflect.
Right.
That was where I was heading, that a lot of folks wait for Mother's Day to reflect. And I love the fact that we've been celebrating moms, especially here and Hear Me Out Poetry, every day. We talk about this. I mean, when I say every day, is that, I have pieces on my mom as well.
Yeah.
We remember them in even our poetry. There's certain things that we write that has a lot to do with the way we were raised and how we react, even when we're not happy. Because
Right.
a lot of things that I don't necessarily agree with my mom, but I know that a lot of it has made me who I am, and I have to own and stand on it. And there's a reason why I'm a certain way. You guys know that poem Family Tree. There's a lot of things on there. So when I hear Granny expressing this because of the loss of her mom, I also know there's a lot of poetry that she writes that they may have been conversations she may have had with her mom that inspire you. Okay, even songs, even scents. The other day I was like, I smell my father. My father passed away in 2020, and I remember saying, God, I smell my dad. Why am I smelling my father? I was smelling my dad the other day. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. But I smelled like his cologne. Like, it was really weird. But it could have been anybody's. But I was like, it smells like my dad. And I owned it. It was like I knew it. I do believe that they come and they're around us and they celebrate us and they near us. They stand by us. I'm a true believer in that. But know that, and I know you know this, but I'm gonna keep saying it. She's so proud of you.
Thank you.
She's so proud of you, especially when people don't realize in your family that you're a hell of a poet. You are a hell of a personality. You have a soul that's beautiful and a beautiful spirit. And I don't sit here and talk like this. So when I say it, I stand on it. I'm not just, blowing smoke. I say it because I know the time that I know Granny, she's always been very honest with what's happening in any situation. Does that make sense? She'll tell you in rice and beans, and then she could blame it on her autism. But to me, it's her personality. And I think the fact that she showed grace when she really didn't want to, she did it, I think, honoring her mom, because that's the beautiful part of everything. That's why I picked up on that part when I said, I'm trying the words I speak. I kind of knew there was something going on there when you wrote that. I'm like, who is she talking? But I couldn't.
Oh, and they heard me. Like, I will tell you, and it felt very validating because they've known for years that I write poetry and that I draw and all this stuff. It wasn't anything to them. When I got published in a book, they really were like, The only one who cared was my daughters and my mother. My father's been gone for 20 years, but he, when he was alive, carried a poem I won $10,000 for. And I was a teenager, and it was about him, and his drugs.
Wow.
And he kept the paper that I handwritten it on, he kept it folded up inside his wallet. And when he passed, it was still sitting in his wallet. And, so those kind of things make me feel like I was heard, and that's why I write. I write to be heard because nobody hears me otherwise. I'm just somebody they kind of shove around and try to ignore or pretend, I'm only there when they need something. So I feel heard, and I put all my emotions and feelings in my words when I write. And that's why I can only write what I feel.
It shows.
It shows.
I think now it just made me think. I definitely want to hear a certain piece by you, Miss Dr. Poetry. I would love to hear a piece called Healing.
Healing. Yay. Okay, we're gonna play my piece, but what are we gonna hear about you? I was okay.
He was trying to escape out of that.
He's trying, right? He's trying. Okay, I don't want to do that to the listeners, but right after Healing, we're coming back with you, young man.
Right.
Let's go. And we healing. I am more than just an identity. I'm not just an idea, a concept, or an afterthought.
I have to trust my soul. I'm trying to open up to be the individual within the collective, to be greater us, to be the greater us. And I know now I have an interest in the technology of my body. It's more than just an awakening. I realize it feels like I'm constantly seeking connectivity, understanding of self. I see myself transform through my ego, and it has helped me to survive. And I cannot allow it to control me. Allowing my heart to channel is flowing. It's a place where I can free the ego that's causing barricades in my solutions, my ability to execute these poetic expressions. I find my heart to be the place where my healing dismisses external power struggles, where my mind translates healthy emotions. I once thought they were lacking stability, truly fearful of inconsistency, enforcing the act and the application of my own discernment, intuition, maintaining an undeniable motivation, pouring into my higher self. Regardless of any disconnections of the fields of intelligence, it's when I tap into my infinite potential. In truth, it reaches all of my flow state, breaking free from man-made identities, when now I can connect to my authentic essence of who I truly am. I can receive guidance, feeling as though I'm in a trance, channeling, embodying my essence. It's been a while moving forward towards source, no longer ignoring contact connection through poetry. I am tapping into my many fields, attracting the synchronization that I manifested. And I read the time on the microwave, and it's 5:55, and I'm leveling up, changing for the better, keeping the momentum going. My desire to want to learn more and more, and now I read, it's 4:44 on my phone. Clarity, decisiveness, it's what I've been preparing for, finally coming into fruition, tapping into my intuition, applying my desire to answer to life. It's calling me to heal, heal, heal. I'm healing me, the being compassionate being. The being within me, while expanding and returning to harmony, truly celebrating the freeing of thyself from the egocentric identity while respecting my essence. Knock, knock, who's there? It's transcendence, and it feels like I'm that girl walking on fire. Rewire thoughts to nurture my expansion, loving on nature while loving on me, loving that being in me. I am more than just a man-made identity. I'm healing, I'm honoring the being within me, desperately needing me. I am healing, allowing my heart to channel. It's flowing. It's a place where I can free the ego that's causing barricades in my solutions and my ability to execute these poetic expressions. I'm not just an idea, a concept, or an afterthought. I'm healing. I'm Dr. Poetry.
I dig it. It's not out.
We are healing. We are healing. And we're never done healing.
I feel healed.
You feel healed.
I really like that piece. I think that was dope. It was fitting. It just made me think of that one. Like I remember when you put that out, and
I was going through it too, man. I'm telling you, it was like, what's wrong with me? Something's out to get me. Like, why am I down? What's happening?
It's nothing wrong with you. It's part of life. It's honestly, I'm so appreciative of all of the storms and all of the hard times and every difficult moment in my life. I'm so thankful and grateful that I've had so much of those, rather than just like, in a sense, like living in a living like I'm on a playground, because I've been able to learn so much from it. And it happens for a reason, I truly believe, and it's right on time. It's even more powerful, the fact that you can express it. A lot of, not a lot, I don't know, but there's individuals, people that can't, and it harbors, and and it's not to say they never will, but there was a time where you harbored that.
Yeah.
And you found a way to release that and move forward from it. Those difficult times, it made you wise. Failure doubt, and then overcoming all of that, it brought you to a point where you conquered it. Now we still healing, but we do heal from certain things. We are always going to be healing, but
Right.
time heals almost everything. And there are some things that we may not heal from that might stay with us, until we're gone. But I think a big part of that is accepting it as well, and it's not a bad thing either,
Right.
because you're able to be a blessing towards somebody else, and everything plays its role, just like nature, life, the universal, everything has its, as long as we move with purpose, and that is an example. Everything we've heard today is an example of purpose and having purpose. And I love that.
Yeah, a lesson within the pain.
Yeah,
And
very well said.
I like that. Snaps out to you.
Yeah, it snaps at the death because that was.
See-
I don't have
see,
anything to say after that. He said it for me. I'm like, that was so profound.
Yeah, you don't even got to hear poetry from me. I just said,
No, we're gonna hear
Your
poetry from you.
yeah.
Viewers, you know you want to
Right.
hear something from Death. All right, we know. So what are we gonna hear from Death? Let's see. Let's see what I want to play right here.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna give you 2 for 1. We're gonna give you a piece from Death called Solo un Hombre. I know he wasn't expecting this. And then the other one that we're gonna give you is a little blooper. Okay? It's called Solo un Hombre, but I made a mistake and I put Solo un Poetry.
I can't believe we never
I
noticed
replayed
that.
it
That's
so
what
many
blows
times.
my mind. Is like,
Yeah.
I swear I've been looking at it the whole time, and I swear I read poetry. And I
Solo un Poetry.
looked at it the other day, and I'm like, and I looked at it real fast because it comes on fast. And I rewinded. I was like, hold up. I was like, I got the bad copy.
I have to fix that. Listen, it's okay. We're human. We're healing.
Right. It makes life fun.
It
For
makes
real.
it fun, right, Granny? I
Nobody
love it.
said nothing. Nobody has said anything. We've done
Well,
posted.
honestly, I was like, every time I saw it, in my head, I heard you say su un nombre, right? So
Solo un
when I
Hombre.
saw it, I saw nombre. I didn't see
Me
poetry.
Hey, what is that? Is that what's it called?
It's a mind trick.
Me
Mandela
too.
effect? Is that the Mandela effect?
Yes.
I saw Solo un Hombre, but it was really Solo un Poetry. Solo un Poet. Shout out to Death for the piece. I love it. Love it.
It happens.
And all of this that you guys are watching and listening to is available on YouTube, on Apple, on Spotify, iHeart, Deezer, yada, 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 all those streaming platforms. And the videos, check out the Alliance Network. We are on the Dr. Poetry channel where it says FLOETIC video box. You can see all those videos on there, y'all. And you can see all the pieces on there. Take your time. And we have FLOETIC Echoes, which is another archive where we have all these different videos. So you'll have fun watching. It is raining out here. And if it's raining in your part of town, go grab yourself a bottle of champagne and sit down and watch those wonderful, and some of them are very sexy too, videos, y'all. All right. So let's go with Solo un Poet.
Right.
Solo un Hombre.
And just a quick disclaimer: it is in Spanish. I know Dr. it is in Spanish, and I'm speaking on just an expression of me as a man, things that basically how more or less like I'm trying to verbalize it. I mean, it's me being humble, but also saying I'm not perfect, but
Right.
and then basically speaking on my intentions and how I move with purpose, how I'm trying to clean up myself daily, but I fall short, I accept it, and I just continue to just work at that, and I'm present, I take accountability, and that is basically in a nutshell what I speak on. So let's go ahead, let's rock that, y'all.
Let's
Solo
go.
Go.
Ahora sí, vamos para encima. Oye, voy a empezar diciéndote que soy solo un tipo. Yo no soy nadie grande, pero le doy gracias a Dios todos los días por darme la oportunidad de abrir los ojos y nacer de nuevo cada día. Y hablando claro, mi mente está tan cabrona que a veces tengo que meterle un freno a la cosa para que no se me pongan demasiado intensas. Yo creo que ahora trato de disfrutar más el momento porque mañana no me lo prometen. No piense que esto es de tristeza ni nada, simplemente te estoy hablando de la forma que es. Esto es un pedazo de lo que pienso, es como lo que me sale del alma. Déjame ser malinterpretado. Tírame lo que quieras, pégame, suéltalo. Si lo que hago no habla por mí, entonces no me creas. Y en verdad, en estos años de vida soy más consciente de los pasos que doy, de lo que sale de mi boca. A veces todavía maldigo, pero no como antes. Ya pasé por esa etapa de limpiar mi boca, mi vida. Ahora la tengo limpia y la uso para decir mi verdad. Que es solo la verdad de un tipo y mi verdad cambia porque todos los días aprendo algo nuevo. Gracias a Dios por eso. Yo no soy un santo, pero tampoco soy un Judas. Yo elijo el amor, pero el mundo quiere que uno se convierta en una bestia. ¿No lo saben? Hasta los animales saben que no somos iguales. Yo no cargo esa mala costumbre, yo cargo con lo divino. No me hagas repetir eso 7 veces, después déjalo caer.
Just to put it in different words, just so you know.
Es solo un pedazo de mí. Ya a esta altura, ¿quién carajo se preocupa por mí si no soy yo mismo? Estoy soldando amor a lo que valen la pena y eso no va a parar. Es egoísta pensar y qué hay de mí. Siempre he estado bien y eso es una elección mía. Yo sé que mi historia me trajo hasta aquí y me permitió ser la mejor versión de mí mismo. No me quites eso. Yo no te lo quitaría a ti. Puñeta, me da duro ser tan real y aún así me tratan como si no fuera confiable. ¿Qué carajo? ¿Hasta cuándo tengo que esperar antes de decir que se joda? Yo no soy un patrón común y que se joda lo que piensen de mis patrones. Yo soy responsable de lo que hago. You heard?
Wait.
It's that you heard.
You heard? I think it's funny. I think it's funny how I said like 5 words in English, and in the middle of it, like a minute and a half, I'm like, and just to put it in different perspectives, and then just kept going.
It helped because like Spanish like challenged people like myself. It helped. It like if you listen closely, even though it's in Spanish, we can travel along with you and we hear it. And then you throw in English words, and we feel like we're hearing it in English. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. You know, I shared it with one of my family members, one of my uncles, and he called me right back, and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "You nailed it." He was like, "That's you." He's like, "That's you. That's like you was just talking. You was just talking." Basically,
right.
It was. He appreciated it so much. He was like, "I felt everything you just said right there." He was like, that was not only, I wasn't speaking just for myself, I was speaking for anybody that, you know, that could relate to that. And it definitely resonated. And I thought that was really dope that, you know, he's a little bit older. He's a little bit older than me, and it still was able to resonate with him. And I had fun. I had fun with that. I think I actually think I wrote that. I think I was upset when I wrote that. I was just like, I got something to say, you know, and
that's how the typo happened. I got it now. You were upset. Okay, yeah. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense now.
He said a lot. He said a lot there, though.
Right.
You know what was interesting is that when he came back the next day, he sent me something, and I'm like, "This is it. This is wonderful. This is great. This is perfect." I love it. I love it. I think
It
poetry is
really
the
is
answer.
so good.
It's
I
really
appreciate
good.
that. I appreciate
love
that. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm glad that I did it in Spanish because I don't shy away from doing anything in Spanish, and I think I need to do it more. And just I love the free space. I love creating and just being able to freely create whatever's on my mind. If it's, if I sat down and whatever genre it is, whatever I'm feeling, I really like to get in that. And as long as I'm feeling it, I just love that I could do that. And I want to continue to create
You're
different.
doing great.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's
I love it.
you're such
So
an
talented.
inspiration to other men. Other men who probably have these words and secretly been writing, but they never put it out there. You're showing them that it's still manly. It's even more manly because they're able to express their deepest feelings that they can't just tell people, but they can put it in a poem.
Absolutely. That's for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Agree.
That's the truth. I don't think. I mean, shame on anybody if they're gonna think that this is, soft or shame on the ignorance, right? But
There's a lot of male poets out there. It's just, what we're saying is that I understand what Granny's saying, that it's encouraging a lot more because remember, we have a lot of hip hop, which, by the way, coming soon. Yeah, and this is I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't want to take over your decision making right now, but I know that we recently worked on something, and I don't want to speak on it right now, but it definitely gives a look at death. When I heard what he wrote, you know what, we're just gonna have to go into that one and forget what we did.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
want to hear it.
Yeah,
Let me just say, I want to say something really quick about this. Mentioning about poetry and men. The thing about it is that it's not that there's no male poets, because we have a lot of male poets out there, but everyone seems like it's the cool kids table sometimes to sit at hip hop. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it. It's, we too cool for poetry sometimes, some people. And I love the guys that could do hip hop and could recite poetry at the same. I think that's so beautiful. I think that's almost like an ode to hip hop because it starts with poetry. We know this.
You know what's crazy?
Understands that.
You know what's crazy is when I was younger. Since I was younger, I started writing probably when I was like 14, 15 years old. But throughout the years, I always, and I grew up in a city, right? So I always told everybody, I'm a realist. I think when I first met y'all, I think the first thing I said was, I'm a poet with slang. And everybody's like, okay, well, we are too, but that's how I always seen it. And I was making, even when I was writing and doing a lot of hip hop and just writing.
You can hear it in his voice when he says writing, because that was writing.
Right. But that's real. It's who
real.
You are. It's real. It's raw.
Writing.
And a lot of people don't. I mean, I don't know. These younger generations don't know.
But
a lot of hip hop artists are poets. And like Chuck D, I you guys know I talk about him quite a bit. But Chuck D, he had all his songs are actually poems. They just put a beat to it and rapped it out. And he has plain poetry too, or spoken word, I should say, really spoken word, and they're very deep. Like he goes, he goes in. So it's not a non-manly thing. It's a very manly thing to me, anyways, because you found an outlet to express what you're feeling, and a lot of people bottle that up and try to play Mr. Tough Guy and tell you what explode. But if you write it out.
Yeah,
so true.
What I love about the poetry compared to the hip hop, which I love them both. I love creating. I love anything when it comes to creating anything, right? But the poetry, I love the fact that when you're writing, you can say everything you want to say now compared to if you write into a beat. As for in hip hop, sometimes you got to cut a word out. Sometimes you might have to leave some out so it could fall in. And it could be in cadence to, whatever your flow is. And when it comes to writing poetry, you don't got to do that. You can say everything you feeling, and you could put it all out. So I do love that aspect, you know. And but I think even when it comes to writing music, I'm very meticulous, and I love to use all of my space. I love one thing about me when I write music. I love to use as much space as I can, and because I always have a lot to say, and I feel like if I simplify it, I feel
You're
like
watering it down.
I watered it down, and I know we've
I
talked
know that
about
feeling.
this before. Yeah, I know I've talked about this stuff before. Like I've done that before.
Yeah.
And I've done it to suit or to you know, please other
to be a fit. I know. I hate that.
It ain't no good. It ain't no good.
It. You hear it in the music when we sing, when we do our stuff. Yeah, like that's why you that's why when we sing, that's how Floetry and Floetic Echoes came about. Because we have our poetry, Floetry. So it's like I want to sing it, but I really want to say what I gotta say. So I could go from, you know, me enamoré, and I want to say me enamoré porque el amor que es, and I want to get into it. You want to give it a melody, but you want to give it your flow. You want to say what you want to say, and I know that feeling, Def. I really, you know, I didn't even know how to say that, and I'm so glad you said that right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Seriously.
Shout out to
what we got? Are we going in?
So before I play this, do you guys have any other requests you guys want to hear?
I think we played the ones I really had in my head.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Because in case we haven't, we have Yay. You're back? Okay, we
Yes. Do you guys have any other requests? Because I know before I play this, I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. And you guys.
I think you wanted to play Celos, but I think because we're kind of like, I know we're just about to go. We wanna end with what you have, what you got. You killing us over here. Hurry up!
I know. I'm like waiting to see you say it.
All right, y'all.
It's a new release. You know what? It's a new release. That's why. It's a new release. That's why.
All right. This is a premiere. This is just we did make a visual for this, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy it.
Out the bakery today. Just came out the oven.
Well, I'm trying to remember. What's it called?
You trying to remember?
Oh,
I remember.
Here we go, y'all.
Blooper for next season.
There's something about this beat that keeps reminding me of my New York City dreams. I remember I was only 17, literally a dancing queen. Forever young I thought I'll be. 'Cause I remember living rent-free obsessively. I remember in someone's hand never pretending to be. How I remember someone that I just that I choose to see. I remember I love my loving energy.
Yeah. Dead in the middle of the boogie, we was younger playing hooky like Bonnie and Clyde, they better book me. Those were the days, all fun and games, skipping the fair, catching the train to where it took me.
How I remember
Step through the city in these Harlem nights, all the lights had me feeling like my game tight like Ray Rice with the Scarlet Knights. I used to roll the dice, gamble with my life with so many things I never thought twice. Tony Oz used to get mad from the block parties and the riff-raff, leaving all the trash in a gift bag, drop it off, leave it on the stoop while we ran off and laughed in cahoots. Off on the games till the gig is over, bumping Criminal Minds till the bridge is over. I remember the battle ciphers gathered in Crotona. In Africa, my mother really showed us how to master the track. Not only that, but how to master your path. I could never break dance, but I mastered my craft. Getting my hands on Paid in Full was a classic to have. And the rhyme goes on, I perfected the jab, blending some jazz with some boogaloo. from one into another on the tables, yelling copy cool. Remember, like it's out the blue, deja vu. This ain't a dream if it happened to you.
There's something about this beat that keeps reminding me of my New York City dreams. I was only 17, literally a dancing queen, forever young. I thought I'd be forever young. I remember it's a boogie down breeze, chasing after my favorite Mr. Salty ice cream. I remember barbecues. Oh, how I remember. Orchard Beach. Yeah, I remember. I remember those block parties. Hip hop playing from DJ speakers. Reminding about this beat that keeps reminding me. City dreams. There's something about this beat that keeps reminding me. I remember. Boogie down breeze. Oh, how I remember. New York. Summer dreams in New York City.
Hey, I like that.
I remember.
Hella dope. Like that was really, it was fun to listen to. You do that. You have that knack, Dr. Poetry. Like you just have that knack where it's fun to listen to a lot of your pieces, and I'll find myself like, moving a little bit, and then I laugh because I'm like, this is poetry, but it's got a beat, and it's your FLOETIC echoes. Like it's really fun to listen to, and it really is a great time to listen to in the car too. So it's just like it fits. And this was definitely a great piece. I love Def. I love your part that come in there. You can show your skills for rapping, but
you saw that?
Yeah, like I hear a lot of rapping. You know, I listen to a lot of music.
Right.
So, I really liked it. Like this was fun. I loved it. I love the story of the telling of going. I was only 17 and in New York streets. All of great stuff. Great stuff.
Man, what I love and appreciate about. Sorry, Doc, you were gonna say something. I keep cutting you in.
No, I
was gonna say that I love what you're saying though. He speaks to this whole vibe in New York. He takes us to the boogie, to the Bronx, and then he goes to Harlem, then he goes to Brooklyn, and then he's just going into that culture with they're playing dominoes back in the days, like they're sitting out in the Crotona Park. When you mentioned those things, I was like, oh my goodness. It gave me that because he really was vibing with what I'm saying as well. Because there's something about that beat that once I heard it, that was the first thing I heard. That was the beat that you and I were supposed to do something together, by the way. Him and Granny. We got some explaining to do. No. And when I heard that beat, that's the first thing I said. There's something about this beat that gives me this. It was in New York. It took me there. It makes me want to roller skate. It makes me want to walk down the street and I see my youth, like when I was younger, back in the day. It just brought up that vibe that he brought in, because I really couldn't put my finger in it. But when he came through with that, I was like, that's what I was that because the stuff he's saying, what he's saying, about New York.
Right.
Just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I brought up, I referenced a lot of cultural, like I referenced, artists, revolutionary, Africa Bambaataa, also Rakim referenced one of his songs, and I just referenced it with everything that I was saying. I referenced, when I go into Brooklyn, I referenced an older movie, Crooklyn, but I referenced it just like the culture and just growing up in that environment too. I had fun. Making that, and it flowed. Like
it
after
comes
I wrote
across like you had fun.
We had
fun.
Still got it.
Fun. I was tired after that because it was like we did all this running around, and then when I heard it, I was like, yeah, it's such a good feeling. I call it the cigarettes feeling. We don't smoke, but if you want to have a cigarette, that's the perfect time after you lay a track like that. You're kind of like, yay, we're having fun. But yeah, that was awesome. I love it. Good job.
Thank you. If y'all enjoyed it, it will be out on all platforms. That was a sneak peek. It will be out on all platforms within the next few days.
Few days. I think it should be Monday. I think Monday should be out.
It might be out. It might be out now, and just stay tuned.
It was released today, but you know how it is.
Yeah, stay tuned. Sometimes it's today, tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's in the airwaves somewhere. It's coming. And I really had fun with that. If y'all enjoyed it, please go check it out. Please go check out Granny WOWZERS on all social media platforms. I believe it's WOWZERS 104.
106.
106. WOWZERS 106.
Yeah. And 106 FM is actually my mother's birthday and her initials.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Granny.
That is the synchronicity of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh. I tell you. That's
and I did that before she passed. So it was like something, I showed her and she started laughing. She goes, I didn't even think of that.
Wow. That's so dope, Granny.
Yeah.
Shout out to that, man. Shout out to that. All the viewers, make sure y'all go check out Granny WOWZERS. She does a lot. Just check out her social media. Y'all see what she's about, y'all.
Absolutely.
She's a busy lady, busy mom, and a busy creator as well. Dr. Poetry too. Make sure y'all check her out on all platforms. Hear Me Out Poetry. And y'all know where to contact us too. Don't be playing. Stop playing with me, y'all. I put it up here. Y'all see it down there. Y'all go check us out. HearMeOutPoetry.com. HearMeOutPoetry7@gmail. And also 407. Help me out here. 407.
It's 787-401-9665. My goodness. I didn't even know what you were talking about. I didn't even realize that was the number. Stop playing with me. You better stop playing with me. No, it's 787-401-9665, y'all. And if you want to reach us at our websites, make sure you look at our merch. We are coming through with much more merch. We are busy. We are very busy, okay? But we here. And we love y'all and we miss y'all. All right, so it's a www.hearmeoutpoetry.com. Check out what's going on over there. And then if you want to be a guest and you want to reach us at our number, you could reach us on our website, but you could also email us at hearmeoutpoetry7@gmail.com. That's hearmeoutpoetry7@gmail.com. And you can continue following us. We are on YouTube. We are on Apple. And don't forget, it's the shout outs, y'all, to tune into the DJ Chili Chill Show, the Birdhouse Family with his co-host Nettles Owens. You guys got to check that out. I'm telling y'all, dope stuff. Dope. Every Tuesday. All right. We already have episode 1 up there. Episode 2 is coming next week. So make sure you check out. In addition to all the wonderful Hear Me Out Poetry shows that we have the Poetic Clinic on Mondays, Tuesdays, DJ Chili Chill, and the Birdhouse. Wednesdays, FLOETIC Justice, under the uniform, behind the uniform, and all the uniforms. And then on Thursdays, what in the Borinquen is going on here? That's right, we talk about what's going on in Borinquen. Fridays, we have the floating of the video music box. Okay, we have all our Floetic echoes, all our pieces, and different videos, right, illustrating what we talk about. And then Saturday, well, here we are. We have like the review. We are Hear Me Out Poetry. It's what we do here, and we touch base with y'all. So we're taking it light. We're relaxing, guys. It's almost summertime. So make sure you tune in. All right, y'all. Any shout outs? Anything? Granny, final thoughts?
Birdhouse. Turn into the Birdhouse. And come there and get your fill of music. If you're a new artist, you want to get your music played in there. Also, check D's app called Bring the Noise, where you can showcase art.
That's right.
And that's all forms of art. That's film, spoken word, poetry, rap, music, whatever is your art form. We have a young lady on there that does drawings and paintings. So come check out Chuck D's Bring the Noise.
Bring the Noise. Guys, I love that. Shout out to Chuck D and all that he does. Really, big shout out to him. One more. Let's go.
New Media Tech LLC. Go check it out in your app store and find all the apps that Magic Man himself created. He's also the creator of Chuck D's app, but he has several apps on there, even one for Las Vegas. Go check it out. New Media, NU Media Tech LLC, and all his apps will come up.
Ooh, sounds like a plan to me. Hey, Def, that hat that you're wearing, we want to give a shout out to that lady that sold you that hat. Remember, out in South Camden? I like that. What was her name? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get back with you on that. I know I stopped in there really quick. I stopped in there really quick. I'm gonna have to get back with you on that one.
All right. Well, shout out to her if she's watching, because she said she will watch.
Thank you for the hat. Looks good.
Thank you for the hat. South Camden out there.
Out there on Mount Ephraim. Yeah.
What is it?
Mount Ephraim.
Mount Ephraim. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, shout out to that. Shout out to that lady, because that was dope.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna give a huge shout out to every poet out there, every viewer. Like everyone said here, I'm gonna do a copy paste of Granny with all the different people she shouted out, right? The Birdhouse, DJ, Chili Chill. We definitely got to shout out the Alliance Network that's with us here, but we are definitely focusing on all the poets because we just finished celebrating Poet Month. It was in April. We are in May now, and spring is in the air. So we have a lot of tracks out there, and we want to shout out to all those new artists that are coming through, especially on the Birdhouse Music Group. So I was able to listen to some of those things, and those pieces are beautiful as well. Big shout out to Cheesecake. Make sure you feel better, my love, and the kiddos, and Sunshine. And that's it for me, y'all. And all the law enforcement officers out there serving, okay, and the military, we salute you. To all my fellow co-workers. All right. What we got?
I don't know about y'all, but I gotta go catch this first episode of the DJ Chili Chill show. So I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all Saturday. But I'm gonna go tune in right now. I'll see y'all there. Y'all have a good week.
All right. We out of here. Lies.
Poesía. Poetry. Greek meaning poesía. I create, yo creo, conveying love, at times some anger, lyrical yet magical methods of manifestations. I love it. A way of remembering, holding on to memory, preservation is called poetry. Predating literacy in many languages, 9 elements of poetry, alliteration, assonance, consonants, figurative language, poetry. I love the imagery. Rhyme with me, feeling the rhythm, sometimes bongos, but today cover me. I'm going in with drums and violins. I'm Dr. Poetry, I dancer while I write a stanza, choosing wisely my tone, bailando el son, escuchando la clave, deeply feeling the recentering rapidly to the movement of my pen as I express my thoughts through poem. What many refer to poetry, but was Latin really derived from the Romans? Negative, it's from the Phoenicians. La ching realmente no derivó de los romanos. After all, aren't we all hermanas y hermanos? Honors to all languages as we keep creating. We may all be speaking, but are we really communicating? I see you over there playing investigator all in my hair, pero yo no me ha muerto para que me estén velando. Entiendo lo que estoy falando, mi filia. Fica con calma, nene. No fica así, no. No fica con rabia, no. No one is shaming you for speaking different languages that connect us all. There's always truth in the lie, and I choose to rely on my frequency. But for me, it's the ability to express my thoughts in several languages. After all, the point of it all is to connect and not disconnect. Protection for the connection. Embrace my affection. In poética dieri, soy doctora poesía. Soy la doctora poesial. ¿A qué aconteció como lengua latina? Ella es extinta. What happened to the Latin language? Is it extinct? Is it dead? Está muerto. Que un mergulano inició de latín. ¿El dónde veo? ¿De dónde vino? Phoenician derived, said the Romanos. So they added CIC to create a romantic language of French, Romanian, Spanish, and Portuguese. Poesía. There's always truth in a lie, and I choose to rely on my frequency to embrace all dialects, accents that beautifully remind us of our diversified ancestry. Poesia sounds like a lot, right? I love it. Speaking Latin, Portuguese, and Spanish, but where did it come from? Phoenician. No one is shaming you for speaking different languages. Ninguém tá falando mentira, meu filho. Fica com calma, neném. Mano, fica assim, não. There's always truth in the lie, and I choose to rely on my frequency. Frequency. Ninguém me está aborgando você por falar diferente. A linguagem que nos conecta a todos. Yo amo poesía con toda mi alma. Poesía. Feel free to hate on me. I'm Dr. Poetry. And I love poetry.